This is Miss Korean, Math Video 5, Grade 4, page 249 to 50, April 9th, 2020. We are learning equivalent fraction. It's a new concept, but if we use our practical daily life, we can see that we use it all the time. So what is equivalent? Webster's dictionary says equivalent means equal value. So here is a circle. I made a pizza circle and I divided the circle into 6 parts. The numerator is 6, the denominator is 6. And this is like I had a pizza for 6 people. Then we had 12 people showed up. So what can we do now? We have to divide that 6, and each of the slice will be divided into 2 equal parts. And now we will have the 12, a circle with 12 equal parts. That means each one part of the 6th, 1/6 became 2/6. 1/6 had 2 parts, so it became 2/12. Because that same pizza, which had 6 slices, I divided it into 12 parts, 12 equal parts. And that's equivalent. That 1 whole 12 is equivalent to 1 whole 6. So 6/6 is equal to 12/12. That is an equivalent fraction. 6/6 is a whole, 12/12 is a whole. So they are both of the same value. Now look at a number line. I took a yardstick and it was 36 inches. So I took the yardstick and I divided it into equal parts. I said 36 divided by 6 is 6 times 6 is 6. So I divided the number line at the bottom. If you see the black ones, it's 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 6/6. And that yardstick has been divided into 6 equal parts. Now look at the red one on the top, the red number fractions on the top. That is showing you that yardstick 36 divided by 12, it's 3 inches each part. So 0/12, 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12, 12/12. And why did I divide it into? To show you the equivalent fraction. So if you see 1/6 is equivalent to 2/12. They are the same. That's why I put the dot over there. 2/6 is equivalent to 4/12. And 3/6 is equivalent to 6/12. 4/6 is equivalent to 8/12. 5/6 is equivalent to 10/12. And 6/6 is equivalent to 12/12. 6/6 is a whole 1 yardstick. 12/12 is a whole 1 yardstick. Wherever the dot 5/6 is, the top red fraction 10/12 is equivalent. So that's how the equivalent, the same place, but it has, one was divided into 6 parts, the other one was divided into 12 parts. Let's move on to a story problem where I think we can be able to understand a little bit more further about equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions mean equal value. Ivan baked a small round cake to take to the friend's dinner party. He was told that 4 people, including himself, would be eating dinner. So he cut the cake into fourths, 1 equal to 4th. Now, when he arrived, he was told there would be actually 8 people at dinner. What should he do to be sure that each person gets a piece of cake? Now, you have to see the cake was only 4 pieces, 4 quarters, or 4/4. But now the cake is being divided into 8 people. So here is, I'm divided that into 8 pieces. One, if you look at the one bigger, the other circle with 8 parts, and that is 8 over 8 is equal to 1. Will Ivan's cake get larger when he repartitions it into 8 pieces? Repartitions means he will divide each 1/4 into 2, because then only he will get 4 times 2 is 8. So will Ivan's cake gets larger? No, it's the same cake. So it will still be the same size, but 8s will give him more equal parts than 4th. That means when all the 8 people will get same size, and so there won't be any problem. But 4 over 4th is equivalent to 8 over 8. Let me just move on a little bit. Boys and girls, we are studying equivalent fractions. Okay. Let's go on to the number line. I made another number line for the cake. The one number line I divided into with the purple marker, erasable marker. I did 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4 over 4. On the green ones, I divided 0 over 8, 1 over 8, 2 over 8, 3 over 8, 4 over 8, 5 over 8, 6 over 8, 7 over 8, 8 over 8. So if you see, 1/4 is equivalent to 2/4. 2/4 is equivalent to 4/8. 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. 4 over 4 is equivalent to 8 over 8. So we are seeing where does it overlap, and that's what we found in the number line. And how many 8s are equivalent to 2/4? Look at the 2/4 dot on the number line. It's equivalent to 4/8. Now every time we cannot draw a number line or draw a circle or draw pictures to rename our equivalents. So what is a simple method to figure it out? Using multiplication to find equivalent fraction. Listen, boys and girls, use multiplications to find equivalent fractions. You do not have to draw pictures to rename a fraction in higher term. You could use the identity property of multiplication to give a fraction an equivalent name. You could use the identity property of multiplication. What is identity property of multiplication? When 1 is the factor, the product is the same as the factor. So 1 over 2, if it was, and you are going to divide it. If you times both the numbers, the numerator and the denominator, by the same number, that is called identity property of multiplication. You're dividing 2 over 2 is equal to 1. So you're timesing both of them by 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 over 4. So 1 over 2 is equivalent to 2 over 4. Using this principle, you can do your work page. I gave a few more examples over here. I put 6/12 is equivalent to 3/6 because half of 6 is 3, half of 12 is 6. 3 over 6 is equal to or in equal value to 1 over 2 because 1 times 3, if you divide 3 over 6 by 3, you will get 1 over 2. 6 over 6 is equivalent to 1, and 5 over 6, if you multiply 5 times 2, you'll get 10. 6 times 2, you'll get 12. So you're multiplying by 1 because 2 over 2 is 1, and that's what the identity property of multiplication is. When you're multiplying a product by the same one factor by 1, the answer, the product is equivalent to the first one. And also the 10, half of 10 is 5, half of 12 is 6. Using this principle, you will do page 249, 250. So please review my video or Teacher Tool online video and do the page 249, 250. And if you have any questions, ask me at Zoom time at 1 o'clock. Bye now.